Bombay, Hott.
That's exactly correct. Because for a long time, I used to sit back thinking, because these young artists and the people around you will tell you, yo, you're too old, you might as well hang it up. But that's that hater. I figured it out. You telling me that I'm irrelevant because you don't want to hear the real goods. You don't want to have Shan come at you because Shan is the type of MC that if I don't like what you're talking about, like I just made a Soulja Boy cartoon. I don't like Soulja Boy's music. You garbage, dude. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's for the young kids, but that's not for me. I have my opinion about it. And since I am a hip-hop pioneer, I'm not your daddy in this game. So I should be able to say whatever I want to say.
For sure. A place for you, man. Right now, you're killing them. Hey, Sean, what I was saying to you is, okay,
yo.
I don't even think Soulja Boy. Wait a minute, I've been puzzled now. Now I can't even say what I wanted to say because of what you said. No, kids shouldn't be listening to Soulja Boy. Seriously, I back you, Sean. Okay. Listen, what I'm saying to you is you've been relevant. I mean, you've been a part of hip hop history from like 1985, like the get-go. All right, what's the major difference you see between like music making in 1985 and music making right now in 2012?
Well, the difference is we used to do this for the love of the music. Nowadays, when you hear somebody say, I'm going to make a record, it's for the general purposes of getting paid. It's not about, I love hip-hop. They want to just get in it just because they see that there's a lot of money in it. And that's what the media, everybody else makes them, they makes them think that everybody's going to be able to buy a Bugatti or you're going to get a Ferrari next week if you make a rap song. So it's just one of those things.
I hear that, man. All right, what about New York City from 1985 to 2012? What's the biggest difference you see?
What's the biggest difference is that nobody in New York is doing anything relevant. Okay. That's what I'm seeing. Everybody in New York is trying to be like somebody from down south. If you listen to the music, the way they walk, the way they trying to talk, the dances that they're doing. New York is no longer an original place. New York is full of a bunch of followers.
That's well. That's definitely true on some aspects for sure. Okay, now tell me something. Like, you were part of like probably one of the most historic beefs in hip hop, right? You and KRS-One. Marley Marl, right?
Yep.
See, compared to having a beef today in hip hop and how it was in 1985, what's the biggest difference?
The biggest difference is you may get killed in a battle nowadays because if you know how MCs are, they're gonna spit at you and spit on you. Not literally, but that's what we call it. I'm gonna spit on you. I'm gonna spit at you. In this day and time, if you go ahead and you burn or roast the MC, they get mad. They want to fight. Come on, man. This is a gladiator sport of words. And if you can't step into the arena and take your beating and come back to fight another day, you need to find yourself in another game.
For sure. Wise words right there. Okay, now tell me, at that point when like the whole when everything hit the fan, and at that age that you was involved in like this little lyrical clash, and a lot of people weren't really used to seeing obviously these lyrical clashes go out to like a masses of people commercially, right? But this one actually got out there. And to be in the center of all of that, how did it feel at that time, being the age you were and not knowing as much about life today as you do today?
Well, I'll tell you, it didn't feel like, it just felt like regular Will was MC. This was what we do. It didn't feel special at that point. It didn't feel like 20 years later it would make any relevance to the game. It just was what it was. It was nothing different. Now, like I said, back then it was a gladiator sport, period. To where if I made a record about you and you made a record about me, that's what it was, and that's the end of it. You know, at first me and Chris had problems, but it's like we figured it out quick that if we don't stop, none of us are going to make money. You know what I mean? We're going to be fighting and nobody's going to want to book us for shows. So we qualmed that and we just took it as a business thing like it really is. Forget what the fans are hyping it up to. Forget what everybody else around us think. We have to be men about what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? We can't let the people that's around us control our actions and what we do. So we just, and to this day, me and Chris are the best of friends.
All right, I got you. I got a question coming in today from London. Yeah, Paddy. Paddy.
Hey, Paddy from London.
Hey, big up Paddy. Go on, say something to Paddy, Shan.
What's up, Patty? How you doing? Big up London. You know what I'm talking about. One time for your mind, two time for your soul.
We got that. Boom. All right, Paddy asks. All right. He asks, what do you think of the new digital computerized sound in hip-hop compared to the traditional analog MPCs and vinyl boom bap style?
Well, everything nowadays is Fruity Loops. Everybody that got a computer is a Fruity Loop producer. You know what I'm saying? That's why I call them a bunch of Fruity Loop producers. But I still have a room full of equipment with the analog, you know, vintage stuff that I use to make my stuff. I don't know about how they doing their thing nowadays. All I know is one of these new producers in my studio, he would look at it and be lost for words. Like, what the heck? You know, but that digital thing, it makes it a lot easier for non-combatants to become combatants, if you know what I mean.
I got you. All right, but look, some of the stuff, doesn't it like make you want to like don't you look at some of the stuff and think, you know what, let me see what magic it does? Like, nothing intrigues you?
Listen, nothing surprises me now. I've been through everything, you know what I'm saying? I've been through all kinds of wars and all kinds of things. So it's like nothing surprises me. I just adapt to what's new. Because I mean, if I was one of those cats that still lived in the analog age, I wouldn't be getting kind of props and doing the things that I'm doing, dealing with this computer. You just have to adapt, and what I can bring to the game is I can bring my analog skills to this digital world. You see what I'm saying? So you'll get a song from MC Shan that sounds like what you're looking for. You know what I mean? You won't get that sound that you getting out of a new cat like Meek Mills and all of. You won't get that from me. You'll get some old school sounding, still traditional hip hop with stories and spitting rhymes type of thing, even if it is sounding digital.
I got you. Okay, second part of Paddy's question was, what is your favorite non-US hip hop actor, artist, or music that you heard out there?
Non-US?
Yeah, is there anything really, that you heard that comes from outside the US?
Yeah, there's a guy over in Asia. His name is Juan. He sent me some stuff that I'm feeling. I like his stuff. You know what I'm saying? I like the track that you sent me. That guy can spit too. What's the name of that guy?
Oh yeah, Churalia.
There you go. We're gonna do a collabo. I like that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not exposed to it as much. You know what I'm saying? There's another guy, you know, that they send me things. You know, my friends from overseas, they send me things to check out. And it's a guy over in London that do the freestyle battles that, my God, he battles his teacher.
What, do you know this guy from London's name?
I can't remember the name. I just love it. I got his YouTube saved in my favorites. So I go back to his YouTube and I just watch this battle of him just, oh my God, he's crushing him.
Really? All right, listen. What we got to do is we got to start hooking you up with these artists, or if you connected already, you need to get connected with them, and let's see some new, like, come on man, I think some magic will come out of some MC Shan and some outside US music, you know what I mean?
And I'm open for it. Just like I told you, I'll do the collabo. I don't mind doing it, especially when I see the culture of hip hop has broadened its horizons, and overseas, you guys respect hip hop better than U.S. people respect hip hop. This is why I wouldn't mind doing something with people overseas, because you guys still have the essence of what this thing is about. You're not about, oh, let me go get me a fancy car and a couple of change and throw on a shiny watch. I'm a hip hop star. You guys do this from deep within the soul when you listen to the music and the hip hop. I mean, there's some new guys from overseas that I have just totally trashed because they're sounding like these new guys, talking tough and all. I know there's a lot of gangsters everywhere, but I mean, look in your face, you don't even look like you can scare a fly. What do you mean? How you talking like you're a gangster? You know?
Alright, listen. What I'm saying, you'd be surprised, man. Even abroad, you get a lot of those people who just try and use swag to completely cover up all that lyrical nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, look. That's an epidemic all over the world.
For sure. All right.
Hey, look, thank guys like you to just keep the needle with the penicillin in it, to keep the dangerous, deadly diseases out of the mix.
For sure. Alright, let me quickly get back to some of these questions, because I've got a lot more questions for you, Shan. Alright?
Let's go.
Alright, what's your biggest memory, the best memory you've had from Cold Chilling Records, your time at Cold Chilling? What was the best memory that you've had?
When I got a check that actually cashed.
Boy, you know, hey, we have to drop that one.
Right. But Cold Chillin' was one of them. They stole everything. They stole everything from me. I really don't deal with Fly Top, the major guy. I really don't deal with Marley Marl, because Marley Marl be on some sucker crap. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really deal with them that end. But I deal with Shantae. I deal with Big Daddy Kane, Bismarck E. You know, I stay in contact with artists. But as far as the people who are in control and running the Cold Chillin', I don't have any love for them at all. I don't have hate for them. I don't wish them any bad, but I don't wish them any good either.
I got you. So there's no way you and Marley Marl ever gonna do a track together, maybe in the future, or nothing like that can
nope,
ever happen?
There's no way.
Alright.
No,
cool.
Not even if you paid me. I would rather stay broke than to do something for somebody, because I'm not fake. He's fake. I don't mix in the same thing. It's like oil and water.
Not a problem. Okay, while we're on this, like, a little bit right here in this energy frame, I wanted to ask you a question. You know what, you at that point where you had to beef with KRS-One lyrically and stuff, and then after years seeing where hip-hop went gradually, and seeing after that the Tupac and Biggie incident, when that happened, how did it make you feel at that point? Like, did you feel that you had some kind of blame, role model wise, or anything like this, maybe due to, you know what I'm getting at?
No, I don't think I had any blame or anything like that, because first off, house rearing starts at home. I'm nobody's role model. If you can't control your children at home and you let rap music become a role model for your children, then you're a screwed up parent. So I don't consider myself a role model. If I did something that inspired you, fine and dandy, but I don't consider myself as a role model. I'm gonna live my life and do me. I'm not gonna try and be politically correct. None of that. I'm from the projects, remember?
For sure. I wasn't blaming you, by the way. It was just a question, by the way. Yeah,
no. No disrespect. I know it was a question. I wouldn't have took it as a blame. I wouldn't have took it that way.
For sure. Okay. On a brighter note, what did you think of Tupac and Biggie? Tupac.
Oh, I love their music. I love their lyrical skills. And I feel that it's a shame that the fans took it to a next level. Usually in the game, it's never the two artists that actually do anything to each other. It's a fan that take it way out and above and beyond. Because I've had people tell me, yo, Shan, I've gotten into fights over you and Chris. You're dumb, because me and Chris are friends. I don't know why you and so-and-so is fighting over us. That's dumb. You know what I mean? And sometimes the fan just takes it a little bit to that next step, because they don't understand that this is a business.
I I hear that. Okay, check this out. What about, what would you say to all the people who do currently have hip-hop beefs and do still use music in a way for maybe promotional tool to sell records over beefing, or maybe actually do have a problem with each other and take it on the record? What do you say to those people?
I'll just tell them to keep it business and make your money. You know what I'm saying? And if you're gonna have a beef, do it the old traditional way. Suit up, boot up, and hit the stage. And whoever come out on top. And like I say, live to fight another day. You get roasted today. It's not like you're dead, bleeding, or going to the hospital. You only got roasted on a microphone. Go home and let that be your inspiration. And not get roasted again.
For sure. Okay. Another topic, completely out of the box. What about Obama?
That's me.
What are you voting for? Are you voting for Obama?
I really don't feel his politics at all. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at him and I look at George Bush and I say, every time you turned around, George Bush had a State of the Union address interrupted my television show. I haven't had Obama interrupt my television show in a long time, you know? And I'm not one of those that just jump on a bandwagon of, vote for him because he's the first black president. I don't want the first black anything. I want the best that's going to do what's right for me and mine, you know what I mean? So I'm not just going to vote for Obama. I didn't like his politics in this term. I'm not feeling Mitt Romney, but the candidate I would vote for is me, and I'm not in the election, so I'm just out of the runnings.
I got you. All right. Next question. All right, you dabbled a little bit in like the movies for a little while, right? You done a couple of movies and some with Steve Martin.
No. The Steve Martin movie was really the only one that I was really featured in. The rest of the things I did, like with Crush Group, I was just in the background. I didn't have any speaking role, you know. But that LA Stories was just like something that happened when I was in LA. I was doing my video, Don't Mean a Thing, and they were searching for somebody to come be that part. I was the first stop for the day for the talent scouts, and when they stopped at me, that was it. They didn't go no further.
Aha, boom. So you did, then that obviously means that like acting could be something that you could dabble in a little bit more, right?
Yeah, I definitely can do that. But right now it's like, see, right now on the radio with you guys, I'm very toned down and I'm subtle. But me on a regular basis, I'm amped up, turned up all the time. Prime time is not ready for Shan. Oh yeah, I can do the acting, but then I got to go through I like to just be me. And people really draw to you when you just being you. And I like to do things on the internet because people, I don't have to watch my mouth. I can say what I really, really, really feel because I'm a really outspoken person. You know, I don't like to be caged in and me being caged in and have to work on a set. I like to sleep all day. I only got up this morning because I had to do this with you at 11:30 because of the time difference.
Oh my God, I made MC Shan wake up. That's crazy. That's insane.
Yeah. Yes, you made it up.
That's insane. All right. How was Steve Martin? Meeting him? Did you get to meet Steve Martin and like hang with him? How was he?
Yeah, I did. I got to meet most of that, like most of the cast that was there. I got to meet them. They enjoyed my company because I was something different, and they were different to me. I'm used to dealing with hip hop people. They used to dealing with movie people. So we kind of got along, but of the two different elements, I'm interested in what they're talking about, and they're interested in picking my brain. So we just had us a good time.
All right, what about Nas? Let's go there. QB. You done a couple of songs with Nas on the QB project. How was that? How's Nas to you?
Nas is my partner. I love Nas to death. But for that project, they had to come get me out of my house. They had to actually come, send somebody to me, and just pick me up and take me to the studio because I wasn't doing it. On a real tip, I wasn't doing that song. I wasn't getting on that. Forget about it.
But why? Why? What? At that point, like, I mean, come on, Nas, like, doing the QB Finest album.
I'll tell you why. Because it was an incident where Nas wanted me to come to a show that he was having, where he wanted to bring me and Chris on stage. Nas called me, and I told him that my son was sick, that I couldn't make it. But yet he still tried to convince me to bring my sick son out with 101 fever and stuff like that. So at that point, I really got kind of ticked off at him, because you think that you got me coming on a stage that's more important than my son's health. And so I really got to the point where I wasn't even messing with him at that point. And I really was like, yo, I really actually was not messing with him for that fact. When you're going to sit and tell me I understand what you're talking about, and then in the next sentence say, well, I'm going to have a doctor there for your son. My son has a 102 fever. I'm not bringing him out. And so I wasn't doing that project with him. I had a little problem with him at that time. I wasn't bothering with him, because if you can say that to me, you don't care about nothing. What I'm talking about, you worry about what your stage look like. But that's over with. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. But now everything cool. You and Nas are cool, right?
Yeah, we was cool at that point. I just wasn't dealing with nothing you talking about.
What about Mobb Deep, Comega, Nature, the other people on the record?
Well, Mobb Deep, I'm cool with them. Nature's cool. I mean, that's my people that I grew up with. You know, well, I grew up before them. They were the younger generation behind me. You know what I'm saying? We never hung out and stuff like that, but I love them to death because they kept up that Queen spirit.
For sure. Back in the day, like being in England and still being in the music industry, but still had to imagine what things were like, and maybe with my favorite artists in New York or LA. You often wondered or made up your own scenarios with, how QB or Brooklyn was. You know what I mean? Before I actually got to know a lot of people who lived in the areas or worked with them, So it's always interesting to ask people about other artists. Okay, next, is there anyone that you want to shout out, Shan, that you think definitely deserves a pop or look out for right now?
You and your people that are listening to this show right now. You know what I'm saying? Y'all need to get props. Forget who I want to prop here. I want to give props to the guys like you that still give me a shot. Come on the radio and still say what and just want to talk to me. And the people that have questions, that are inquisitive. Let me just listen. Let me ask Shan this. You know what I'm saying? I got to give y'all the props, because if it wasn't for y'all, I wouldn't be me. Who would be my audience if I was the only one listening to my music? You know what I'm saying? So I give props to those that have supported me during my times of need, my times of, even when I was doing it back in the days. Thank the people that are listening to my new stuff right now. You know what I mean?
Of course, man. Appreciate those words, man, for sure. And Bombay Hott Radio has always got MC Shan. Remember that, man. Whatever it is, we got you. So don't worry about that.
Thank you.
You should actually be an intricate part and maybe a head that we'll pick a few times, during the process of our shows, because I definitely think that you got something that you can bring to the table. Next question, real quick. What's your favorite song that you ever done? What was like your best memory in music itself, like experience?
Well, look, I can put it like this. My biggest song has been Left Me Lonely in the Bridge, right? But all of them holds a special place in my heart. There's none that I have favorite. There's none that are, you know what I'm saying, one of my favorites. I love them all because they all come from a different place. Like a feeling I was feeling when I wrote that song, so they all have a place in my heart.
I got you. What was your favorite featuring that you had to ever perform on a guest album or?
I don't like doing features because that feature thing, I look at that feature thing like even now today, that's an MC. I mean, I wouldn't mind doing a feature, but a lot of times the MC can't hold down a whole song by themselves. Like these dudes nowadays, I call them 16 bar cats. Because if you did 17 bars, people will find out that you're garbage. All you good for is 16. So I'll do collabos and things, but I really like to do my own songs all by myself, just to show that I still have that skill and I'm still about the spirit of hip-hop.
For sure, man. Alright, Shan, this was like insane talking to you. You have no idea, man.